We're told that there are these rules to filmmaking. Double your shutter, 180 degree, rule of thirds, use an ND. And while all of these rules create their own feeling, they're not the 10 Commandments. These rules are actually meant to be broken. In this episode, Alicia talks about how she tried following the rules, but when it almost cost her a moment on the wedding day, everything changed.
I just kept missing moments. I have a very distinct memory where I finally was like, I'm done. I got the ND filters. I even had a giant matte box on my lens at one point.
But when she stopped following the rules, a funny thing happened.
And then in post, I was like, why does it look the exact same to me?
Here's how she stopped following the rules, and regardless of that, why her films still attract couples from all over the world. This is the How to Film Wedding Show.
When I first started, I definitely tried following the rules. I got the ND filters. I even had a giant matte box on my lens at one point. Okay, so I was really trying to follow like double the frame rate, shutter speed. Yeah. And it was just so complicated for me. I just kept missing moments. I have a very distinct memory where I finally was like, I'm done. Because we were in the getting ready suite for the bride, and Grandpa walked in. It's not planned. As we know, so many times things are not planned. And there was a moment, it felt like a slow motion movie. I was like, and he walked in. My camera settings were like, not there yet. And I had like 3 seconds until they were about to hug. And I was like, and then I just went and I clicked record. And of course, it started recording after they were in the hug. And I was like, that's it. And I took everything off and I just started cranking the shutter because I was like, you know what? I don't care. I'm going to deal with this in post. And then in post, I was like, why does it look the exact same to me? Mm-hmm. And then I was like, okay. So then for the next year or two, I was cranking the shutter and people started commenting on my films or DMing me being like, oh my gosh, what ND filter are you using? And I'm like, nothing. I'm cranking the shutter. I am team 1/8,000th of a second. And they're like, wait, really? I couldn't even tell. And that is so telling because I'm like, if you can't tell the difference, I am very minimal gear. The less, the better. I am handheld. I am 0 gimbals. I have a DJI Mini for my drone. I use a shotgun mic and a monitor half the time. Okay, I'm really just rocking a handheld FX3.
Yeah. So,
yeah, the more minimal, the better.
Yeah, there's no one size fits all approach when it comes to how you film the wedding day. I will say, I mean, of course, there's just, if you want to get technical and you want to go down the purist rabbit hole of filmmaking, yes, there are rules and there's rules for a reason. But when it comes to weddings, your ultimate job is you're creating a feeling, and however you go about creating that feeling, whether you're breaking the rules, whether you're following the rules, ultimately it doesn't matter as long as the outcome is the same, as long as your couples are just beyond thrilled with the end product, as long as you feel like you're creating your best work. And I mean, like you said, you can't tell the difference. When I didn't start using an ND filter until 2 years ago. Okay. And I've been filming weddings since 2013. So it's, I crank shutter. I was 1/8,000th of a second as well. It's you don't have to feel the pressure of following the rules just because someone's telling you to. I think what you should do is you should experiment. You should see, hey, if I crank the shutter here, and I use an ND, do a compare and contrast, how does this look? How does this feel? And just make that decision for yourself. I don't think, these filmmaking rules at the end of the day, it's, in my opinion, I might get flack for this, but I don't think it matters. I really don't.
I'm with you. I'm with you there. I feel like having more fun and capturing just the actual raw emotional moments that are happening all around us. No, the window was slightly blown out. I promise you, as a past bride, I'm not looking at that window. I'm not looking at the exposure of the window. I am looking at my face. I'm looking at my hair. I'm No, the window's the last thing I'm paying attention to. So
you experience this friction between creating when you try to have all of these things to follow the rules. And so you felt more free, more creatively, like capable of capturing the wedding day, not missing moments because you know, were able to just like, hey, ditch the matte box, ditch the ND filter, because this is causing more chaos than it is, you know, anything. And yeah, you can't miss those moments. And so you don't want to be limited by your tools. But basically what I'm trying to say is like, you don't want your tools to get in the way of 100%. doing your job. So that was a great answer. I love that question too. As a wedding videographer, if you film about 20, 30 weddings a season, there's nothing more debilitating than arriving at those months where you're now required to deliver all the films that you filmed like 3 months ago. And the bad part is you haven't even started. But that's why there's a team out there that can help you eliminate all of that friction, all of that tension and that pressure and that stress that you're feeling during backlog season. And that team is Uncut Gems. Uncut Gems is the official presenting partner of How to Film Weddings. I have been using them myself personally in my business, Wayward North, for 3 years now, and they honestly do exactly what they promise you. They turn your raw footage into absolute gems, and they take the stress of backlog away from you. And honestly, there's no better feeling. So if you're new to wedding videography and video editing, and you need a little bit of help this year, check out Uncut Gems. I will have a link down in the description below. You can use my code HTFW for 60% off.